it's Lee the Nail Wiz. Welcome back to my channel, and let's get into this video. So I just started prepping my nails, pushing back the cuticles, all that good stuff. And I actually tried a different method this time. Instead of using base coat, I used my clear sculptor gel before I put polygel on my nails. Oh, in this set, if you didn't read the title or whatever, this is my first time trying curved nails on myself. I did it before on a client when I first started doing nails, but this is my first time trying it on myself. I got my e-file on the first setting, which I believe is 5 to 10 RPMs, and I'm just removing the oil, the natural shine from my nails, prepping them, you know. I did this with my non-dominant hand. Please excuse my ashiness. Oh my gosh. But the e-file was really slow, so please don't think that I was burning off my fingers, because I really wasn't. But here I'm using the clear sculptor gel like I was telling y'all instead of the base coat. And I just wanted to use this because I know when it's time to file off the polygel, I don't want to file too close to my nails. So I put this clear sculptor gel on to protect my nails for when it's time to take off the polygel. So this is what I did for all nails. When you're applying the clear sculptor gel or any type of sculpting gel like this, you have to literally do it a certain way. And I learned this method from Young Nails. They said to go in circular motions and do not lift the brush off of the nail, because if you do and you try to go back in, it's just gonna be bubbles in your nails. You don't want bubbles, because then bubbles can cause lifting. And also don't be doing what I just did right here. Like, don't be dragging it down None of that. I just did that because I did not have enough gel on my brush and it was actually cold. Cold. I can't. I'm just trying to. Oh my gosh. It was very cold, okay? Very, very cold in the spot. And my gel was, I wouldn't even say almost solid, but look at how it came out. Like, they came out valid, but the gel was not as, like, it didn't have that much movement as it usually does because it was very cold. Like, if it was any colder in here, my gel would have probably froze, or I would have had to use like a spatula to take it out and to do it because it was not trying to budge. But I really tried to make it work. It was hard to move. It was cold in here. And from that day on, I decided I need to protect my gels because I am trying to make sure that I don't have to throw everything out when it is time to, you know, open shop again. I still want my stuff to be in good quality. So, like you see me doing here, going in circular motions, and that is also gonna loosen up the gel, especially when you apply it to your finger because body heat is going to, you know, make it softer. For the thumb, I was just trying to get the gel on the nail and let it level itself out. Oh, this gel is self-leveling as well. That's what I like about it. So wherever you put it, it's gonna level out. That's how they came out. I honestly wish I put the gel closer to the cuticle just a little bit, but it's fine. I wish these tips came in a box because it took me forever to try and figure out which ones fit my nails, and some of them had too much of the same nails and they weren't even a valid size. Like, but yeah, I eventually got it. And one mistake I made when putting on these tips, the clear sculptor gel, after you apply it, I think it was sticky. Was it sticky? I don't even remember. Actually, I don't think it was sticky. But regardless, it was hard for the glue to adhere to the nails. I don't know if it was because it was cold, like I said, but the glue was not trying to dry on time. Like the glue was just taking forever to dry. Yeah, I was using a different glue, but still, I know nail glue does not take that long to dry. So it took me a little longer than it should have to put the tips on. So I left that part out, and we're about to get to application because nobody has time for that. Nobody. And the nails look cloudy at the bottom like that because when I was filing, when you filing plastic nails and stuff, they just, if they start to bend anyway, they will start to look cloudy. And that's one thing I also did not like about these tips. I should have filed them, like actually buffed them out before I even applied the polygel because I feel like it just would have been better. It just would have been better. I just know it would have. And you see, I'm struggling to get the polygel out the tube because the polygel was damn near frozen. I feel like the application for this polygel just took longer than it should have. Like I had to really go over the nail so many times just to make sure it was smooth, just for it to start acting right. Like I said, temperature affects nail application, especially if you're using acrylic or polygel. If the room is too dry, your acrylic is going to dry up. If you're using polygel and it's too dry, your alcohol is going to dry up. Tips for polygel: use alcohol if you don't have a, what is it called? A non-slip or a slip solution? Yeah, slip solution. If you don't have that, you can use alcohol. I don't remember what percent alcohol this is. It's probably like 70%. And just pat the gel down and make sure you got good coverage. And then at the end, make sure your brush is a little wet and you could just swipe the whole nail to smooth it all out. Polygel is actually fun to work with. But one thing I do want to say is, along this nail journey, okay, before I start, this how they came out so far. The color I used was number 334 from the nude collection of Macart. After I did that, I just started filing, trying to smooth out the nail, yada yada yada. So like I was saying before, along my nail journey, what was I even gonna say? Oh my gosh. Oh, I was just gonna say, like, I'm very grateful for the area that I had or have to do nails at the moment, but I really feel like the fact that it's still outdoors and not in a controlled, ventilated area, it has stunted my growth, if that makes any sense. Like, I know it makes sense, but those who get it's gonna get it. I feel like it's stunting my growth in a negative way. Like, the fact that I had to go around so many obstacles just to try and alleviate, like, my surroundings and make it proper to being, like, try to control the area as much as I can just for certain things to work out, like application. I feel like that slowed me down. Like, I feel like I really would have been a better nail tech like a year or two ago. I really think I would have been at the performance level that I'm at now like a year or two ago if things were just handled differently. If things were controlled differently. If I don't know how to explain it. Cause you gotta think about it. If you're sitting in a room that's not really spacious and or ventilated, like I said before, if it's not really ventilated and you have one heat, pause. This how they came out. It's looking good. So I switched to my phone camera at this part and I started designing. But like I was saying before, because I'm not in a ventilated area or being in a ventilated area, like having a heater on and say if it's 40, 30 degrees outside and that cold is getting into the space you're in and you're trying to keep the heat on, the heat is going to eventually dry out the room and the room is not going to be as humid as it should be for your application to work properly. Do y'all get what I'm saying? Like, it's really a science to this. It's a science to this, for real. And I had to learn that along the way when doing nails. think this was my favorite nail out of all of them. Like, I've really been feeling the 3D designs lately, but I think the texture designs versus the 3D designs, like, they got me in a chokehold for real. The pointer, the index finger was my favorite. I don't know why. It was just my favorite. And I'm ready to do a whole nother set with some dots, but different. Still textured, but maybe different. Who knows? I need to hurry up and do some Christmas designs though. hmm So don't cure the gel. Put the gel on and then put some acrylic powder on top before you it. And as you can see, I did this like 100 times. Nah, let me stop. I did this a couple of times before I felt like it was good to go. I did the same thing on this hand but opposite colors. First I put base coat, then I put the dots, let them sit for a little, let them bloom to how I like it, then I cure it, and then I add more base coat for the next color and do the same thing all over again. I'm about to show y'all right now. So as you can see, I did not cure the base coat. I left it and I'm adding more gel on top because the brown is gonna bloom. I don't have blooming gel, so I'm using base coat. Sometimes you gotta improvise. So I just cured that after doing that, and I'm not gonna lie to y'all, like after I put the polygel on that nail that was clear, that nail had broke off the day before. This is day 2 of me doing these nails. I did not do these nails in one day, okay? I added the polygel and I was like, I'm calling it quits. I'm going inside because it was cold. Like I said, that week, those 2 days, I was cold. And I was not trying to do that. So I decided to do my nails inside, in bed. And I just had one more finger to go. one more. I don't think I recorded the rest of the nails. I think footage on the camera was slowly going away. I said footage on the camera. Like, space on the camera was limited. So I had to make it work. And I'm like, I'm gonna just film the rest, which is this last nail for y'all. And I'm doing this with my left hand, so please don't come for me. I'm not a lefty. That's why it's taking me like a lot more time to do this one finger. But I'm gonna show you how I did it. Do y'all see my brush? My brush looks crazy. Like, I need to revamp certain brushes because they're starting to look crazy. So if you want to, you could just cure it how it is. But I wanted to fix it and smooth it out properly. So after I cured that, I added the orange. This is probably one of the cutest sets I've done. I can't say ever, but this year, top 10 cutest sets. I don't even know if I did 10 sets for this year, but I'm glad I did what I did. But the curved nails got me in a chokehold. They're really cute. I think they really fit my nails, especially the way my nails grow. And I feel like these colors were perfect, especially for Thanksgiving. It's giving Turkey Day nails for real. And I wanted to speed up the process with this, so I just took the whole brush and started painting rather than doing it with the little brush like I was with the other nail. I should have stopped right there because now that is just too much polish. But I made it work. And I still feel like the orange middle finger is cuter than the brown. Because the 3D is giving. It's giving. It's kind of weird how sometimes I like my right hand better than my left, even though I'm a righty. This was probably my second favorite. Well, actually, I like this orange one better than the brown one. I think the orange, you could really see the 3D way more than the brown. And I'm so glad that I added the glitter, because the glitter really made it pop. I just did this because the polish was leaking a little bit too much and I didn't want to file my nails again. So I just did that, but I had to fill it in eventually. Now I'm going to just line it with the glitter. And I went over with the glitter 2 times, curing it in between for anybody who needs a heads up. So after I was done, I just cleaned my brushes off with some alcohol, wrapped them up, cleaned this little plate off, and that was it. I'm about to show y'all how the nails look. Which hand y'all like better? I can't decide. They were both cute, but the middle finger with the orange, that I really like that nail, and I like the index fingers and the curve. Look at the curve. But if you made it this far in the video, don't forget, you already know what I'ma say. Subscribe, like, comment, and follow me on Instagram. Give this video a thumbs up. Like I said, like, subscribe, comment, and thank you for watching.